Hi team! Welcome to another episode of the skincare journey. I'm just putting the stuff into my sit nav.
Starting route to Milton Keynes University Hospital.
Beautiful.
Proceed to A45, then turn left.
Okay, honey. I do actually know the way, but I'm coming a different way because I had to fill up with petrol. So yeah, welcome to another episode. We're gonna be in the car for this one. Just thought it's a nice setup. Whoa, except for that. It's a nice setup and it's just easy. So I'm basically on my way to my dermatologist appointment. This is the second one. I was meant to have an appointment on Friday. It's now Monday. I was meant to have an appointment on Friday, but I was late, so they cancelled it. So that's a whole palaver. So I wasn't able to go to my appointment on Friday. So I got rescheduled to today, which isn't too bad. I was stressed that I was gonna have to wait like another 3 months. But no, I just had to wait a few days. So yeah, going to my appointment today instead. Woo! Oh, the M1 looks different. What's going on here? Jeez Louise. Oh, brilliant. 60, love that. So let me just get on to this route. I'm not used to going south, I'm used to going north. Oh God, I hate when there's lorries in the way. Oh. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Let's go again. Please let me go. I'm fucking indicating. So, where was I? So yeah, second dermatologist appointment. They had to wait 3 months to talk to people to make sure I was stable, to go on to Roaccutane and all of that stuff. I had to get a new contraception, so I was on the progesterone only pill and I had to change and get a different type of contraception, so I'm now on the hormonal coil, which is going okay so far. I did a little update, so if you saw my last video about contraceptive chats, I did a little update on how that's going. But I am bleeding. I've been bleeding for a while from it. I don't know if it's because I've stressed my body out about this lockdown number 2, like I don't know, or if it's just a side effect from the coil, but it was really heavy the other day, like very similar to what it was first like when I got it put in, but now it's calmed down to like spotting. But yeah, that's a bit too much information for you guys. So yeah, that's all sorted. So now I'm going to my appointment, which was meant to be for me going on to Roaccutane. However, just throw something in the mix. My skin is looking fucking fantastic at the moment. I don't know if I should be going on Roaccutane. I don't know if it's the right way for me to go. I don't know if it's just gonna stress my skin out and flare it up more. I don't know. So I've been getting hydrofacials. You would have seen it in the last episode. I've been getting hydrofacials at the treatment room in Northampton by Tajan. I'll put their Instagram here so you can check them out. And I was on a 6-week course of hydrofacials. So if you look at my last video, you'll understand what the hydrofacial does and all the process, like the 6 steps that are in the hydrofacial. And I basically have had 5 hydrofacials so far, and this is the before and after. So this is a photo of my skin on my first hydrofacial and my skin on my 5th hydrofacial, and that is from coming off the contraceptive pill, the progesterone only pill, and getting a sequence of hydrofacials. So that difference is within the space of 5 weeks. Okay, the space of 5 weeks. Can we see the difference here? Like, I am baffled. So my skin has not only calmed down a lot, it's not as red, and there's literally hardly any breakouts, and I'm putting that all down to 1, the hydrofacials for sucking everything out of my skin, and 2, the progesterone pill, like that coming out of my system, not being on the contraceptive pill. I also avoid dairy and gluten. I say avoid because I don't cut it out completely, but I avoid it to my my best. Sometimes you just want a pastry every now and then, or sometimes you want some cheese, okay? I avoid it. I don't cut it out completely, I just avoid it. I would love to cut it out completely, but I don't think I can do that. So that's another thing. So we basically took this photo on the day of when I was meant to be getting my 6th hydrofacial and my final hydrofacial of the course, so of the like 6-week course back to back. And basically we thought, you know what, My breakouts have calmed the fuck down. My skin is clean. Like in the last hydrofacial, I'll do a video comparing. This is what was sucked out of my skin in the first hydrofacial. Okay, we can see all the gunk and all the horrible stuff. And this was what was sucked out of my skin on the 5th hydrofacial. So we can see a massive difference of how much was sucked out of my skin. So in the 5th hydrofacial, my skin was pretty clean, like not much was getting sucked out compared to the first one and the ones prior to the 5th one. So we thought, my skin's clean, it's looking great, let's try and target another area. So we targeted one area, which was like the breakouts and just really deep cleaning my skin and getting all the gunk and horrible stuff out. So we thought, let's target a different one. And another area that my skin struggles with is the scars from my previous acne. Just scars from over the past years of having acne and picking my fucking face. So yeah, I pick my face, and ultimately picking your face spreads the bacteria, basically stops the wound from healing. So it's not going to heal, it's going to take longer to heal, it'll make you bleed, it's going to take longer to heal, and it also causes scars. So I have a lot of scars around my chin, I've got a bit on my forehead because mainly like my acne was in my T-zone. So we thought, let's combat the scars now. So I didn't go ahead with my 6th hydrofacial, we did a different treatment. And the treatment that we did was skin needling. I think, can you call it microneedling? I don't know, but Tejan calls it skin needling. So skin needling is basically very similar to like a vampire facial, if you've heard of that. It's basically just loads of little needles going into your skin. What it does is it causes puncture wounds in your skin, and then basically your skin will rejuvenate and try and like heal those puncture wounds, and that creates like new cells and whatever. It's very technical, but it helps rejuvenate the skin and kind of get rid of like the scars and anything else. With the skin needling, you can put like, there's different lotions that, is it lotions? What do you call it? Solutions that goes onto your skin. So basically the skin, like the needles go into your skin. I'll put a few videos of when I got it done, so you can see the needles going into my skin. It's like a pen, and she just brushes that basically over my skin. It doesn't hurt for me. It basically felt like a tattoo but on your face, and I personally don't think tattoos hurt. I've had 3, I don't think they hurt. Obviously they're not majorly massive ones, but I don't think they hurt. And she basically brushes that all over your skin, and there's different depths of how far the needle goes in depending on what area of the face it is. So I think it goes in deeper on your chin and your cheeks and not as deep on your forehead. I think you're gonna have to double check, or like search that, we'll double check with Tejan. But yeah, it causes punctures, and then a solution gets put on your skin and rubbed into your skin, and there's loads of different solutions that you can have. There's like anti-aging, sun damage solution, like to like fix it, scar solution to like get rid of scars, so many things. Hair loss, you can get a solution that helps with hair loss, so kind of like rejuvenating the skin cells to produce hair. Like, it's very, very clever what it does and like how many things it can target. But we went with scars because that's what we wanted to battle in this next step. So you can see that that's getting rubbed into my skin. It's like a serum. It feels like a serum, and that gets rubbed into the puncture wounds so that it really goes into your skin, and then the skin can like heal over it, trapping the solution in your skin. So once the skin needling was done, you can see my skin was quite red from it, because obviously it's like going to be quite inflamed, so I've had fucking needles in my skin. But afterwards you've got to treat your skin with care, because obviously it's had a lot of trauma on it. So wear that SPF, like moisturize the fuck out of your skin. Like, she told me my skin was gonna get dry, and I was like, huh, my skin is oily as fuck. Like, I don't think it's gonna be getting dry anytime soon. But trust me, my skin was dry and I could pick it. Like, I could scratch it off because it was dry, mainly on my chin and my forehead. And that's something you shouldn't do. But what I did was basically just lather up moisturizer, and I used a Cetaphil face wash. So that's the face wash that I brought in the very first video to prep me for Roaccutane. And I basically just treated my skin as if it was on Roaccutane because it was quite dry, and that was like, that created a very balmy texture on my skin and was very gentle on my skin. So I really recommend that if you're getting skin needlings. It's a very gentle cleanser. And then I just used my normal La Roche-Posay Effaclar H moisturizer. At first I thought the skin needling wasn't as good as the hydrofacial. Like I didn't really, like I felt like my skin got worse. I felt like it brought out some breakouts. I did have a few little whiteheads just like on my skin randomly, but that could all be a mix of the fact that I'm bleeding. Does my body think I'm having a period? Is that why it's breaking my skin out, because it thinks I'm having a period? Am I getting stressed? Like, have I got stress spots? Like, there's a whole load of things that's going on top of the skin needling, so I can't blame that on the skin needling. I don't know, but I'm going to tell you anyway, I had a few little breakouts. However, I've woken up today and like from, I don't know how long ago I had skin needling now. I think it was about a week ago, but my skin, sorry, I'm just going to concentrate on the road while showing you. Can we see my skin? Like there's a few scars here. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, it's shit lighting, but like my skin's looking fucking good. So one thing I would say about skin needling is you need to trust the process. At first it may not be like what you think it is. Tayshawn said it was going to give you like a really glowy skin, and I didn't find that at first. I felt like my skin seemed quite dehydrated. I don't know if it's used to having the hydrofacials and it's being really hydrated, I don't know. But long term, like after waiting, like I know it's been a week, but I'm an impatient fucker. Like I am impatient, and my skin has got so much better. So what we are planning on doing next, so I've had the 5 hydrofacials, and then the 6th week was skin needling. And what we're going to do, I know we're in a lockdown now, so this probably isn't going to, this is what we were going to do before Bojo announced a national lockdown. But we are going to do, so I've had skin needling, and then we're going to wait 2 weeks, and then we're going to do a hydrofacial, and then wait 2 weeks, and then do skin needling. 2 weeks hydrofacials, 2 weeks skin needling. So we can kind of combine the two and give my skin its needs. So with the skin needling, it dries the skin out, so we're just going to pump it full of hydration with the hydrofacial, as well as deep cleaning it, and then go back and target the scars. If you ask me what you would recommend, I would 110% recommend this freaking hydrofacial, because I am shocked at the difference that it's made on my skin. If you are contemplating it, it is spenny, okay? But you need to think it's 6 facials in one. I can't remember how much one session is. Is it 160? I can't remember. But if you think one facial is about 80 quid, okay? So 160, you're basically getting like 2 facials. The hydrofacial is 6 facials in one. So ultimately, you are saving a lot of fucking money, okay? I would do it, because long term, it's an investment. Like long term, your skin is going to thank you, okay? It has been, the results are incredible. I mean, you've seen the before and after. It's actually insane. So I would definitely recommend that, 110%. I've literally only had 1 session of skin needling, but after a week and looking at my skin this morning, again, that's amazing. But what I would do first is I would definitely go in with the hydrofacial first, because obviously it's more gentle on your skin. You don't want to just suddenly start putting needles into your skin. I would definitely go with the hydrofacial first and plump it full of hydration to make sure that it's healthy and that it's clean. And yeah, definitely start with the hydrofacial first and then move on to skin needling. So that was just a little catch up on what I've had done to my skin recently. I'm still sticking with the normal routine. I don't know if I've actually said it on YouTube. I've said it on my Instagram. So I'm using the Cerave foaming cleanser. It's the hydrating one. I have purchased the salicylic acid one, and yes, they're very similar. However, obviously the hydrating one's more hydrating, and I just kind of mix between the two. Like when I find that I have some more breakouts, I will use the salicylic acid cleanser. If I want more like hydration, then I'll use the hydrating foaming cleanser, and I use that in conjunction with my Vanity Planet just to make sure I'm really getting deep into my skin and cleansing it. I really recommend the Cerave cleansers. They are really good and they are really affordable. Like you might think like, oh god, that is quite expensive for a cleanser, but look how many mil is in the tub. Like you get 500 mil in a tub. It's huge, and you don't need much. You need like 1 pump a day, no, 2 pumps, morning and night, a day. like it's not much, and mine is lasting. Like I've got it in a little travel one just because I don't want to lug around like a big one, and I don't even know when I'm going to finish that. Like I haven't topped it up and it's still pretty full. So it's long lasting and it's affordable, so I 100% recommend getting the Cerave cleansers. If you're in the UK, they're available in Boots, I think they're available in Superdrug, and they're available on Look Fantastic, and then obviously the Cerave website, but I don't know if that's American or whatever. So yeah, I'm using that to cleanse my face, and then just the eye cream, the moisturiser. So the eye cream's just a Superdrug vitamin E1 moisturisers, La Roche-Posay Epiclar H, which is what I bought in the very first skincare video, and then a La Roche-Posay SPF to look after your skin. So yeah, I'm just sticking with the basic skin routine, getting these facials every now and then. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with this month-long lockdown, but I'm just going to try and treat my skin with some TLC and just stick to a consistent skincare routine, basically. So yeah, I'm on my way now. I'm going to get there, oh my god, I'm getting there 25 minutes early. What the fuck? So I get there about 7 minutes late last time, it gets cancelled, and now I'm getting there 25 minutes early. What? How have I timed this so badly? I'm so confused. What the hell? Anyway, I'm gonna go there now. I was gonna bring the camera in and like vlog, like not the discussion, I was just gonna do like a time lapse, but I'm a little bit too shy. Don't think that's gonna happen. So I will, yeah, probably see you after my appointment, and I'll give you a little update on what's been said. So I will see you very soon. Whoa, I need to pay for parking.
To waste your time. If the man broke, the man here joke, so you gotta get loose with the Henny and the Coke.
Right, back from my appointment, and basically I'm not going on Roaccutane. So I walked in and he was like, how do you feel about your skin like right now? Like how do you feel about it? I was like, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm very happy with it, like it's looking very good. And he was like, oh, like can I see? So I took my mask down, and why is no one able to drive today? And he basically told me that I had moderate to severe acne right now. And I was like, right? And I was like, oh no, like it's been a lot worse. I was gonna get some videos and stuff up. Why am I still yawning? So yeah, apparently I have moderate to severe acne right now, which I wasn't expecting. I literally felt like I was gonna cry at that point, so I was like, shut up. Like I thought like I was doing so well. Like normally I see myself, my skin, like in a bad light, like in a light that's worse than what it actually is, and in this sense I'm looking at it in a better light. So that's happened. So apparently I've got moderate to severe acne right now, and I get that. Like he explained like all the glands and like how like bacteria can get in the glands, like just basically that I've got very oily skin and my glands can be quite blocked. And I was like, yeah, like I get that. Why am I so yawning? So I explained to him like everything that I'm getting done right now. I explained about the hydrofacials, and he's like, yeah, I get that, but he said it's only a short-term thing. And I was like, right. I was like, okay, like it is not going to be long-lasting. And I was like, okay. And he explained how mine basically, like I'm yawning again. Right, let's try not yawn in a sentence. He basically explained how I've targeted my skin with, I've tried to treat my skin with getting rid of bacteria. So like the creams, like Roaccutane in a cream and any other cream, I've tried it with antibiotics, and ultimately that's not solving it. And he said it could be more hormonal or something more deep than like what the skin's showing. That makes sense. So he said going on Roaccutane, he had to talk to a few people due to my current mental health and my history with mental health, and he said that I'd have to go on half a dose or a quarter of a dose. I don't know how many milligrams that was. He said that the skin won't get worse, there won't be more breakouts, but because it will be drying my skin out, my current skin would get quite scaly and red, which ultimately might make it look like new breakouts. Sorry, my car is screaming at me. Can you hear that? So ultimately it may look like I've got new breakouts. We spoke about it and he showed me a skin chart, because I said like, I think my skin's like got quite well, like it's alright, it's okay, it's getting better. And he showed me a skin chart and he asked me where I was, and I basically said I was on like grade 1 acne. And he's like, no, you're on like grade 6 or 7. Did he say 6 or, yeah, 6 or 7. And I think it's out of 10. And I was like, right. And he's like, I can see like this on your skin. And I was like, right, I get that. It didn't make me feel a little bit shit, I'm not gonna lie, but I need the honesty. And I basically said like, I feel like the treatments, like what I'm doing at the moment is what is helping my skin. Like I think my skin's like getting better with the current treatments. And he was basically like, yeah, that's fine then, we can get you a re-referral, like if it flares up we can just get you on Roaccutane. So it was very quick, and he was very quick to assume that I said no, but I'm taking like, I'll take that. I don't know if right now is the right time for me to go on Roaccutane, because I mean, amidst this lockdown, like I've not been feeling great, and so I don't know if going on something that could cause a wave of deterioration to my mental health, I don't think that would be a good idea right now. And he said that normally skin can cause a wave of depression, and like bad skin can cause a wave of depression. So going on Roaccutane can ultimately help that. So it's not always going to be a bad side effect. People say on Roaccutane like their mental health will deteriorate, but he was saying that because having bad skin can make you feel so shit, ultimately going on Roaccutane will make you feel better. And I said to him, I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I thought. But I said right now my skin is probably one of the least of my worries right now, which I never thought I would say, but my skin has never been this good. So I said like, this is the least of my worries. I've got other things that I'm like wanting to focus on in my body and like internally. So yeah, I'm not going on Roaccutane, and to be fair, I was desperate for it at the beginning, but now I don't know if it would cause me more negative aspects rather than positive. Like I don't know if there's going to be more like negative connotations against it for me, because it would make my skin worse because of like how heavy this drug is. Like it's an intense medication. So I'm feeling okay that I'm not going on it, and that I can just pick up a re-referral just like that. But I'm just hoping that I made the right decision, and that what I'm doing kind of like holds up, and like my skin stays like getting progressively better. But yeah, that's really it. So this skincare journey is not fucking over, because we're not at the end yet. I don't know if there will be an end. I don't know if it's just going to be a continuous thing, but my next episode will just be like an update on how my skin's getting on, and I will compare it to the very first episode of the journey and prior to that, because like this time last year my skin was disgusting. It was disgusting, and it was painful, and it was horrible. So the next episode will be an update on how I'm getting on, how I'm doing. I'm literally, I can feel a breakout now, which is brilliant. So yeah, I'll update you on how I get on. I'm sorry this has been, I feel like I'm always just doing like a catch up for an episode, but I hope you get influenced to do a hydrofacial maybe, and I've had a little update, and that Roaccutane isn't always the answer. Okay, sometimes you can cure it without harsh medication, but he said for me like that might be the answer for me, because I've tried everything else. This seems like the only thing, but it's a very restricted medication and it can be quite detrimental. So what I'm doing, I'm happy with what I'm doing now, so I'm just going to stick with that for now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little episode and some car chats with Leah. Stay tuned for the next one, and stay tuned for any of the videos that I'm going to be posting. But yeah, so thank you so much for the love and everything, and I will see you in the next episode. Okay, bye.